In June of 1967, I remember I was in California making Funny Girl, my first movie. I finished shooting on a Friday and flew into New York to do my third television special. I remember going straight into rehearsal in Central Park, and we rehearsed from midnight till about 3:30 a.m. My business associate, Marty Ehrlichman, had warned me that as many as 25,000 people might show up for the rehearsal, so I was prepared for a big crowd. But to my great disappointment, nobody was there. And I thought, oh my God, what if nobody shows up to hear me sing for the real concert the next night? Another worry was that the weather forecast predicted rain. As it was, the humidity in the air made the strings go terribly out of tune. And Marty said, what's worse than the rain is the mud. How are people going to sit down? So we tried to get mud insurance from Lloyd's of London, but no one could define mud. They could define rain by inches, but mud, I guess that was too murky an area. And then Phil Ramone, who did our sound, also reported that his cables had been cut by accident, and he didn't know if anybody would hear me past the first 10 rows. Then to top it all, 260 out of the 300 cops assigned to the concert were given to Soviet Premier Kosygin, who unexpectedly happened to come to town that weekend. We thought, what else could go wrong? Well, the next day, when I went back to the park for a sound check, I was relieved to find 60,000 people there. And what we discovered was that the park closed at midnight, and that's why there wasn't anybody there at rehearsal the night before. By the time the concert started, all 99 acres were filled with people, in front of me, behind me, and even a few who were hanging out of their windows on Central Park West, which made me feel right at home because it reminded me of Brooklyn. We escaped the rain by about 45 minutes, I remember, and it turned out we didn't need any cops at all because of all the people who made the happening happen, there were no disturbances, no arrests, no problems. Just 5 tons of debris, the New York Times reported, including items like a Black Mary widow, not the spider. But Mother Nature was on our side. And if you look closely, while I'm singing the song Natural Sounds, the wind comes up out of nowhere as I sing the line, the rushing sound of wind in the trees. It was really quite magical. Even though I sang the wrong lyrics at the beginning of the song, it didn't much matter, because it was a special evening that I'll never forget. And I'm glad to have this opportunity to share it with you now and for always.